Developed by Crows. Written by Davey Reedon. Please choose a screen and subtitle language. English, of course. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? I personally have, a lot. I've been into this since I was a little kid, so yes. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Alright, there we go. Please enter the current time. It is currently 7:59, so I should do that first. 7:59 p.m. Awesome. Note, accessibility settings to be accessed from the main menu. Awesome. And if it will load, welcome to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Before we start though, we're gonna quit. Developed by Crows. Written by Davey Reedon. Please enter the current time. Well, it is 8 exactly now. Why did I go so far? Oops. Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. I don't know if I'm really ready to start this experience yet, though. I wouldn't mind spending a little more time just showing this guy my favorite time of day. Let's do that. Developed by Crows, of course. Written by Davey Reedon. Please enter the current time. Well, you said to enter my favorite time, so let me think about it. That's kind of a hard choice. If I'd have to say, it might be 12 p.m., honestly. Like, around that. Like, I can't say I'm not a morning person. It's not like I hate mornings. It's just like getting my sleep time. So, might as well. Like, actually, you know what? I think my favorite time might be around like fucking 10 p.m. Because I like the whole atmosphere of nighttime, actually. That might be closer to it. I'm trying to keep a normal sleep schedule, but I'm kind of a night owl. So, 10 p.m. makes sense. Let's go with that. 10 p.m. Your favorite time of day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy saying the time correctly. Nah, I listened this time. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 10 p.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 10 p.m.? Well, it's 8 p.m. right now, so I'd say, it's inaccurate, but, it's not that far either. It'll be 10 in just 2 hours, so I'll put it, here. Can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple new ones up. Should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Oh. I guess we should do that. Restart the game and see our new friend. Here we are. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. About there. Please adjust the slider until the dog and the cat are friends. I'd say about there. That's not friends, they're like lovers, so I'd say about here. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes number 9. Up. What else is there? Let's hit the house. Alright. There. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. How long do I want to do this for? I could do it for quite a while. I could just spend I could spend an entire 4 hours doing nothing but this. I could just do it endlessly. Never get this Let's Play underway. Okay, let's go. Which of the two made-up words below is the most appealing to you? Ocuboinkle or Scrumtush? I'd say this. There's some appeal to this, but Ocuboinkle. I like that. I like that. Please don't adjust the slider. Do you know what time it is right now? Of course. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Well, there's no way to know. We just gotta hope that people have been keeping track. So I'll say yes. What is time anyway? No. Is there anything about yourself that you haven't told me? Oh, yeah, of course. I am kind of limited in what I can say. Help. Sure. Will you come back to visit me? Of course I will. Well, damn. We haven't even started the game and we're already having some existential type stuff. Kind of lets you know what kind of ride this is gonna be. Oh boy. Developed by Crows and written by Davey Rian. Oh boy. What time is it? Does anyone really, truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all of the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now, the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I've really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. Well, let's try restarting one more time. My roommate came by, and that part I cut out and gave me some jelly beans. I mean, I got them out myself. I just forgot to take them. I'm living the life. Cruise and by Davey Reedon. And well, we're alone. Our friend's not here anymore. Which sucks, but it's okay. It's fine. We will do good on our own. And now, well, let's get to introducing the episode. Well, the Let's Play, I guess. Welcome to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I know I'm talking now, I know I talk through most of this, but this will be like a largely no commentary Let's Play. I'm only gonna talk if there's something that I should talk about, like something that's not gonna be very easily conveyed by just looking at it. And like in the first half of this game, it's gonna be especially no commentary. There will be stretches where I talk. Of course that's gonna happen, cause you know, hi. But oh boy. But in this first half of the game is pretty similar to the original Stanley Parable. The new content is kind of separated, but kind of not at the same time. Like, you're not gonna have access to a majority of the new content when you first start playing. It just kind of gradually gets unlocked. And I want to cover all the stuff that was in the original Stanley Parable, because there are a lot of graphics overhauls and minor changes, and of course there are some new endings. There are going to be a few new endings, so it's not going to be all the same. And even like some existing endings have even been changed. Like, well, I guess I shouldn't say what endings have been changed, just find that out yourself. But like, yeah. And of course, I wanted to make this part of the Freedom ending video, but who am I as a Let's Player to make an intro video and not even show the video? Not even show the intro. Let me just make sure subtitles are on wherever they are. Might be, I'm not sure. Where the fuck are the subtitles? I don't know. Oh, okay, yeah, they're on. Oh yeah. Let's begin. Gonna mute now.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.